Hey and welcome to Not Only Hollywood. Today I'm going to review Ghostbusters Afterlife from 2021. This is an American supernatural adventure comedy. A visit from the past and new blood. A broke family inherits an old worn house where a real Ghostbuster lived. The woman who inherited the house has two kids to take care of and they are pretty weird. And it doesn't take long before they discover that ghosts are real. So are they going to call the Ghostbusters or are they the new Ghostbusters? The previous movie was abysmal with the stupid and forced feminist nonsense. So I thought it couldn't get any worse. When you look at the director and some of the actors starring in Ghostbusters Afterlife, the odds were looking good. But I didn't expect that this was sort of a remake of the first movie. And since I don't watch trailers, I wasn't expecting that we were going to follow kids who are the new Ghostbusters. So I was a little long in the face when the movie was finished. I wasn't expecting Ghostbusters Afterlife to be a Ghostbusters version of Stranger Things. Ghostbusters Afterlife lacks much as a movie. The script is thin and this is just another rehash of the first movie, just like Star Wars The Force Awakens was. And since Stranger Things is such a big hit, I should have known that this wouldn't feel like a real Ghostbusters movie, so shame on me. Shame on me. I didn't do my homework. What makes me sad, and I have mentioned it in other reviews, is that Hollywood doesn't have any exciting new child actors like the ones they had in the 80s. When I grew up in the 80s, it's crazy to look back and see how many talented young actors there were in Hollywood. When you look at the young actors in Ghostbusters Afterlife, you know that the world has gone to hell and we are in hell. Regarding Stranger Things, the talentless Finn Wolfhard,
What a stupid name.
has a leading role in Ghostbusters Afterlife. He sucks in everything I have seen him in. I know many mean that he has talent, but if you mean that, stop watching movies and shut your mouth. He has no sign of charisma. He has no sign of having a soul and he feels like an untalented version of Adam Driver. The actress who looks like a female version of Harry Potter is also awful. She's just a female version of Finn Wolfhard.
Stupid name.
All the things I mentioned about the talentless Finn Wolfhard can also be said about McKenna Grace. Where do they find these talentless actors? Throw them back in the garbage bin. That's their home, garbage actors. The movie tries to be charming with the thin and empty characters. When I grew up in the 80s, we had characters such as Mouth, Data, Chunk, and even Short Round. And yes, the same actor played both Data and Short Round. They were charming as hell, or all except for the controversial Short Round. They had and were huge personalities, but in today's movies, Hollywood is just trying to rehash those characters in the simplest way they can without making any effort. In Ghostbusters Afterlife, the most charming character calls himself Podcast. Are you fishing serious? If that didn't scare you, well, nothing will scare you, I guess. The script is half empty and the only thing I got out of the movie was to say goodbye to Harold Ramis. I liked those scenes and it was heartwarming to watch and a little bit creepy. He doesn't speak. This is a lazy, goofy and disappointing movie that doesn't have the soul of a real Ghostbusters movie. So stop praising lazy movies like Ghostbusters Afterlife. If you pay for this, you will also get more of these lazy and soulless movies. So stop being an idiot. Stop. From 1 to 10, I give Ghostbusters Afterlife a 4 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Sleep well and dream about me.